welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jess, and today's video is going to be Eliana's 8 and 9 month update. So Eliana actually turned 10 months old today. I can't believe it. 10 months, you guys? That's 2 months until she turns a year old. This time has flown by. I can't even believe she's already 10 months. But these past couple of months have been so incredibly busy for us, and I didn't have a chance to sit down and share with you everything that has happened during both month 8 and month 9. So I figured I would just combine those two together. That way you can see how much she has changed and grown over these past 2 months. So if you haven't seen her 7-month video, I will link that video down in the description box below. And if you want to go back and check that one out first, feel free to do so. And then you can hop back over to this video. That way you're all caught up. But if you are already caught up, I would love to have you just stick around and enjoy this video because you guys, she has changed seriously so much. So again, if you're new, my name is Jess, and on this channel I do all different types of home, lifestyle, and mommy videos. If you enjoy those types of videos, I would love to have you stick around. Just hit that red subscribe button and don't forget to turn on your notification bell as well. That way you don't miss when I upload a new video. So as you can see, I don't have Eliana here with me, and that's because she is playing with Daddy right now. I'm gonna try to get through as much of this video as I possibly can before I bring her in here, because sometimes it's really hard to film when I'm trying to keep her occupied, you know. So she is 10 months, she wants to get into everything, she's very mobile now, so it's really hard for her just to sit still. She does do that too, but when I'm trying to film, it is more difficult. So I'm gonna go ahead and just share as much as I can with you, and then I will bring her in closer to the end of the video. And of course, I will be including footage from these past couple of months as well. That way you're just not having to sit and stare at me talking the whole time. So Eliana is around 28 inches long, and she was weighing around 18 pounds at her 9-month appointment. So because she's 10 months old today, she probably weighs a little bit more than that. I would guess maybe around 19 pounds. She has gained a little bit of weight, I think. I can feel it when I pick her up that she is a little bit heavier. So she's probably around 19 pounds or so, but she was 18 when we went to her 9-month checkup. When she was 8 months old, she was still in 6 to 9 month clothing. And then at 9 months, we transitioned her into 9 to 12 month sleepers. So she can still fit into 6 to 9 month clothing, no problem. But as far as her length goes, she is just really long. And the sleepers, you know how they have the little footies at the bottom? They were just getting to be too tight. So she's just too long for those. We found that putting her in 9 to 12 month sleepers were just more comfortable for her. At least they looked more comfortable, you know? So she is in 9 to 12 month sleepers, and then she is able to fit in some 9 to 12 month clothing as well, but she can still fit into 6 to 9 month, you know, depending on the style of clothing. And she is in size 4 diapers. So when we went to her 9-month appointment, they said that she was in the 49th percentile. So you guys know that she's fluctuated quite a bit. I don't know how accurate those growth charts are, honestly. The doctor that we met with last time said that those numbers are based on formula-fed babies and not breastfed babies for whatever reason. I don't know. So now we're going to talk about some milestones that Eliana has reached over these past couple of months. And like I said, she has changed so much. I feel like she is a different child from when you guys saw her last. You have seen her in a couple of my vlogs where I showed you guys some new things that she's been doing. She is such a character, you guys. And I saw this from the beginning. She has such a big personality. She is so silly. She is just, oh my gosh, she's hilarious. Chaz thinks she's gonna be like a comedian. She's so funny, you guys. She's fearless. She's not afraid of anything. I mean, oh my gosh, she cracks us up. We are laughing all the time, especially now with her. She is just so funny. So I have a feeling when she starts walking, she is just gonna be into everything. She has, like I said, the biggest personality, and she just wants to go, go, go also. But I do have a little list here because there have been so many changes that I want to share with you guys. I'm going to share these pretty quickly just so that you're not sitting here forever, but I am going to look at my notes, so if I'm looking down, that's why. But I will insert footage, like I said, for the things that I have footage for. So first of all, Eliana is definitely pulling up and way more mobile. She received a push walker for Christmas, and she is now able to use that to assist her in walking around the house. So, that is so crazy. I feel like last time I talked to you guys, she was just starting to pull herself up on things, and she wasn't really moving around when she would pull herself up. She would just kind of pull herself up and stand there, and now she is just cruising. So if she is in her baby playpen, she can cruise around the perimeter of that. If she's in her pack and play, same thing. She loves to pull herself up on the couch and walk along the couch line. And then when she's in her push walker, she just cruises with that thing. She picked that up like right away, so that has been really fun to see. She loves to play, you guys. She is such a playful little girl, and maybe it's the age, I don't know, but I love it. She has definitely picked up the skill of object permanence, and she picked that up pretty early, actually. I want to say maybe she did that in the 7th month, maybe into the 8th month, something like that, but she's been able to do that for a while. So, for example, if I have one of her little toy balls, I can hide it underneath the bed or under a cup, and she remembers that it's there, and she can take it off or look under the bed, you know, to find the object or the ball. So that is something that she really enjoys doing. She loves games like peekaboo or pat a cake. Where's Eliana? Peekaboo! She loves to dance. Oh my goodness. I have shown you guys this a couple of times in my Christmas videos. She seriously loves to dance, you guys. Anytime music is on, or if Chaz or I are singing, she just starts like bouncing up and down, or she'll sway, and she just loves it. She loves it. Every time we tell Alexa to play a song, she looks up at Alexa, and then she'll look at me and she'll just smile, the biggest smile, because she knows music is about to come on. I've also been playing, I've been playing kids songs for her, but I've also been playing a lot of like classical music. And Lindsay Sterling, she's a violinist. If you're familiar with her, oh my gosh, she's awesome. But I want Eliana to hear that classical music, you know, those different variations of, I don't know what they're called. I don't know a ton about music, but I know that classical music and pieces like that are very wonderful for brain development for young kids and babies. I listened to it during my pregnancy with her, and I listened to it, you know, when she was a newborn, and I have been continuing that, and she seriously loves it. We play like classical baby lullabies when we put her to bed at night, but I've been trying to play those things during the day as well. That way it's kind of challenging her brain to hear the different patterns and variations. And so what I read about it is, I think, you know, like when you, gosh, what's the app called? I had downloaded an app, but I didn't have enough room on my phone, so I deleted it because things were not working properly. But there's an app out there with music for babies, and basically I think what it comes down to is that there needs to be different patterns and rhythms in a musical piece. So, you know, if one piece of music has the same rhythm the entire time or the same beat, then that's not really challenging their brain to develop more. If the piece has like slower classical pieces and then it speeds up or goes, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not musical and we're not musically talented, but something to do with that, it kind of challenges their brain to keep up. They don't know what's going to come next. They can't anticipate it, so their brain makes more connections. So something like that. But we've been doing that a lot, and she loves it. Eliana has also been doing a lot of mimicking. So it doesn't matter what it is, she loves to mimic or copy us. So if we are smiling, she smiles. If we are making facial expressions, she's very expressive, just like I am. She loves when I raise my eyebrows, and she'll do the same. She has started shaking her head like no, which that's not something that we were teaching her. It almost is just something that she picked up on her own. I don't even know where she got that from because we haven't done that. She just started kind of shaking her head no when she didn't want something. I think it started when we would start to change her diapers and she kind of was like, you know, and I'm like, no, you don't want a diaper change? Where did she see that at, you know? But I think it's just kind of an innate thing, maybe? I have no idea. But that is definitely something that she has started doing. Or if she doesn't want to eat something, if she's not hungry, she'll do that also. So I don't know if that's just an age thing, but that's not something that I taught her, so I'm not really sure. She also mimics sounds, so she likes to take her, we have like a beach bucket, she'll put it on her face, and, or like if we do it first, we'll say, ah, and then give it to her and she'll go, ah. She loves to like make sounds with her mouth, you know, things like that. She loves that. So whenever we do that, she wants to do that too. She is now starting to associate her words with objects. So she knows who mama and dada are. She knows a lot of words actually, but the ones that she can actually say are mama and dada. And then this morning, I was actually in the bathroom with her and we were playing with her little bath toys and she has a rubber duck. And I said, Eliana, duck, quack, quack. you know, and this is something that we've been doing for a long time. Her duck is something that she knows. I mean, she knows what that is. If I say, Eliana, where's your duck? She is able to actually go and retrieve her duck. But today, when we were sitting there, she went, ah, ah, and I was like, yes, quack, quack. And she did it a couple of times. So it just made me so excited to hear her kind of babbling similar sounds, you know, in association with words or objects. We have also been teaching her signs. So milk, she does milk whenever she's hungry. Hers looks cuter though. Sometimes she'll just like do this with her fingers, but I know what she means. And we've been doing more, eat, mama, dada, all done or finished. So things like that. We've been clapping for yay, but sometimes we'll do this because this is yay in sign language, I think. I took 2 years of it in high school, which definitely helped. But yeah, I think I just have been doing the ones that I remember with her. And then she did pop her first little 2 teeth, which are so cute. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to actually show you on camera. I'm gonna try to insert a clip here so that you can see them if she'll let us see them, but they are so cute. Oh, there's your teeth. And then we did go on a couple of trips over these past couple of months, which is why I haven't been able to really put as much content out there as I was hoping, because unfortunately my laptop actually is super slow, and oh my gosh, there is no way I am able to edit on that anymore. And so now I use a desktop computer, and with us traveling, I'm able to film, but I am not able to actually edit and get my videos out for you guys, you know, when we're gone, because I don't have a current working laptop. So, or it's working, it's just super slow, and it's not good. So I appreciate you guys so much for your patience, but the reason that we've been traveling so much, well, we've been traveling for a couple of reasons. You guys know that we are moving to North Carolina in May, and or around that time. We still don't have a specific date yet, but we ended up traveling up to North Carolina over Thanksgiving break, and we were looking at different areas, neighborhoods, you know, towns, and things like that. And so we ended up taking Eliana with us when she was 8 months, and we were in the car for almost 40 hours. And that was pretty much like in 4 days worth of driving. So we drove to my parents' house, then drove there the second day, drove around looking at all the towns and cities and neighborhoods, slept, you know, in the hotel, then drove back to, we actually stayed with Chaz's aunt in Georgia, and then we drove, let's see, back down to Florida. So all of that driving, 4 days worth of driving, plus driving around all of the cities and towns and neighborhoods, it was a lot. And it was also raining, and so it was, you know, she did so good though, you guys. Like, I was so impressed with her. I'm like, oh my goodness, she is 8 months old and she is such a trooper. She didn't even cry, maybe like 1, maybe 2 times, just for a moment on the first day. Same with the second day, actually. And then of course, you know, by day 4, we were all kind of done driving. So she did start to get a little fussy that day, which is totally understandable. We were all ready to get home. So that was a long trip. It was good. It was great for her to get that experience. And then, you know, and I was really impressed with how she did, honestly. And then this past week, we actually took her down to Orlando. We have family in that area. And so we took her to Disney World for the first time. We didn't actually go in the parks. We went to Disney Springs because we felt like she wasn't quite old enough to really get the full experience, and it is pricey, you know, and I want to be able to do things with her and really have her get that full experience, you know, if I'm going to pay that kind of money. So of course we definitely plan on taking her back as soon as we think she is ready, and I think probably when she's maybe 2, I would take her back. So I don't know, let me know down in the comments when you guys took your littles to Disney World, when they were able to actually get that full experience from it and just kind of really get excited about everything. Eliana actually got excited about things even at Disney Springs, so then I was like, you know, maybe I don't have to wait too long, I don't know. But she was all smiles. There was like the talking tree from Pocahontas, and we did the Rainforest Cafe where there's like a big jungle and monkeys are swinging and there's the gorillas moving. She loved that. There was Princess Aurora, Sleeping Beauty, that she loved. So yeah, I mean, I know that she would probably do fine in the park, but I want to be able to go and do stuff too, you know, like ride the rides. And so when she's a little bit older, we'll be able to do that with her. And it's just so exciting. But that was another long trip. So that trip for us would be about 7 hours typically. And we also had Chief with us, by the way, on both of these trips. And so that added about 3 to 4 extra hours for us, you know, both ways. She really did very well, you know, for a 9-month-old on that second trip. But again, on the way back, she was definitely ready to be back. And then of course, when she was 9 months, we had her first Christmas, which was so much fun. I did share our baby's first Christmas video, so our little Christmas special. That was so fun, you guys, just watching her open all of her gifts. And we didn't get her a whole lot, but she just seriously loved everything. She looked at everything with such wonder, and it was just the best. I feel like Christmas as a parent is so much more rewarding than, you know, Christmas before having kids. Just, I loved it so much. I didn't even care about, you know, me getting anything for Christmas. I just wanted to watch her and just stare at her all day playing with her toys and reading with her and, you know, having Christmas breakfast with her, and which she did end up taking a nap, but just all of those little things, you know? So anyway, it was just so special, and I'm just so incredibly grateful to have her here. I just thank the Lord every day because she has seriously changed our lives for the better, and I can't imagine, I can't like go back to what life was like without her. So anyway, and just thinking about that makes me think of Brittany Boren Leach and her family and crew, and I'm sure many of you have been following that. It just, it seriously breaks my heart. The whole ride down to Orlando was when all that was taking place, and I was just bawling. I just got chills. So yeah, I just was bawling the whole way there, and, you know, keeping Chaz updated and just praying and looking at Eliana in the back seat, just thanking God for her. And I seriously don't know how Brittany is doing that. She is so strong, and oh my gosh, just what a strong mama. And I know that, thank goodness she has such a wonderful family and the support behind her, because she needs that more than ever right now. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I will link her channel below so that you can go and watch her videos, and I'll link her Instagram as well. But she ended up losing her little baby boy. So just please keep her and her family in your prayers. And we have been praying so much for her. I've shed so many tears. So yes, anyway, I'm just so grateful for Eliana, and I just can't imagine life without her, which I hope I never have to do. So anyway, let's go back to some happy things though. All right, so quickly we're gonna talk about eating. As you guys know, my milk supply went down around 5.5 to 6 months, but I've still been pumping, and I pump a little bit every day, and then I nurse Eliana every morning so that I'm still able to actually put her on the breast, and then she does fall asleep typically on the breast each night as well. So I still usually give her a bottle at night because I don't have a lot of milk at nighttime, but then I'll put her on the breast and she'll kind of finish off those sides, and then I don't have to pump, which is nice. I probably should. I did for a while, but honestly, it's not coming back, you guys. And so I do pump what I can. It's usually an ounce here, an ounce there, and then I just combine them to make a bottle, or just freeze it and give her formula, and then just nurse her, you know, every morning, and just when I can, when she'll take it. But she knows that there's not a lot in there, honestly, and so sometimes she just prefers the bottle of formula. So I've done everything in the books to try to get my milk supply back up. I met with another lactation consultant. She came to my house, and basically after going through everything, I mean, you guys know I went through everything, she thinks that it was absolutely hormonal. I mean, I got my period back at 4 weeks postpartum, and she just thinks that my body, she wasn't sure if it was my thyroid actually. She said to go ahead and have some blood work done to check my thyroid levels as well as B12 and see if that might be having an effect on it. So I actually have an appointment later this month that I will be getting that checked at. So I will keep you guys updated, but she definitely thinks it is hormonal. And then we've just been kind of doing the same thing. You know, I've been pumping when I can and just giving her formula. And then of course she is eating solids so much better, so much better. So we give her pretty much what we eat. And that is what her pediatrician advised us to do, because she wasn't really taking purees very well at the beginning. And you guys know we had to wait a while to start solid foods with her per her doctor's orders. So we waited, and then I was like, oh no, we waited too late, and now she's not taking them. And it just took some time, you guys, and consistency. And now she tries pretty much everything. She doesn't eat a whole lot when she's eating, like her portions are still very small because she'll have a little bit and then she's done and she just wants to go play. But she is exposed to a wide variety of foods. And of course, we make sure that things are not high in salt or sodium. Everything is just plain for the most part, unless it has some other spices in it. And nothing with sugar, obviously. But for example, for breakfast, we might do oatmeal, a banana, avocado, something like that. For a snack, sometimes I do honestly give her the pre-made pouches. And honestly, that's just because it's so easy. And like, we're on the go a lot, you guys. Like there's always something that we need to go do. Those are just so easy to pop into her diaper bag and let her take those, or I just give those to her as a snack at home because she can actually feed herself with those and it makes it super easy. So she likes those as well. So for lunch, I might make her some toast, or she actually really likes when we have burrito bowls or any kind of Mexican food. She loves Mexican food. We've had quinoa stuffed peppers, burrito bowls. You know, obviously we try to make sure that she's not getting too much salt with that. We have everything as plain as possible. She loves that though, you guys. For dinner, we might do something like salmon and veggies. She likes potatoes a lot. She loves beans, which are high in salt if you're not careful. So that is something that we have to be careful of. So yeah, we've tried a wide variety of foods with her. She also loves water. She has been using the weighted straw sippy cup and she loves it. She loves being able to just pick it up on her own and drink water herself. The weighted straw is amazing because no matter which way she tips the cup, the weight follows her so she can still get water out of the cup. So it's amazing. We've also tried the 360 cup and she can't quite figure that one out yet. So we use the weighted straw cup all the time. Now I'm gonna quickly talk about sleeping. Sleeping hasn't really changed very much. I guess around 8 months, during that 8th month, she was starting to take cat naps a little bit more, kind of 8 into 9. And now she's back to her normal schedule. So cat naps weren't really her thing there for a few months. When she was a newborn, absolutely. And that was really hard. And I was like, no, 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 you know. So we finally got her on a good nap schedule after doing the Taking Care of Babies program. And then all of a sudden she started cat napping again. So she would nap for like 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. And I was like, oh, no, no, no. So that phase kind of passed. That was around the time where she was teething and popping those 2 bottom teeth. So I'm sure that had something to do with it. And I have heard that the 9-month sleep regression is a thing. I'm not sure if that's what we were dealing with or not. She was still sleeping through the night just fine. So that, like I said, that phase didn't last long. But I'm glad that that is over because I really love when she takes good naps. It really helps our days go smoothly. Now, of course, if we're in the car or something, those tend to be cat naps, which is fine. But as long as she gets like a good solid nap at home, if possible, you know, like if we're not out traveling somewhere, then that really does help. Now, when we were traveling, her sleep schedule was definitely off. You know, she really didn't get to nap because we were out and about all day with family, and that's totally fine. She did fine. She just ended up sleeping like a rock, you know, when she actually went to bed. And she ended up sleeping in the pack and play while we were gone, and she did fine in that. We just took her sound machine and she was fine. So she does great, even with a little bit of noise in the background. You know, we didn't want her to always have to have it super quiet when she was sleeping. I mean, of course, quiet enough, you know, to respect her and respect her sleep and all of that, because we don't want it super loud when we're trying to sleep either. But little noises here and there, you know, conversations, playing games out in the living room, we don't try to keep it down necessarily because we want her to be able to sleep through anything pretty much. So anyway, that is pretty much it for sleeping. There was one other thing that I wanted to mention, which I'm sure you guys saw on Instagram. Eliana actually did get a cold for the first time and I was so sad. Oh, it just broke my mama heart so much, you guys. So Chaz went and got her out of the crib and brought her out to me to feed her, and she just had green like gunk and mucus. I mean, he would have cleaned it up, but he wanted me to see. She just had it all over her face, like stuck to her nose, on her cheeks and her hair. And we had noticed the evening before, you know, that she was coughing a little bit. And then that night she was just rolling around and whimpering kind of throughout the night. And I was like, well, you know, maybe I should go check on her, but then she would always fall back asleep and sleep for a little while. But she was very restless that night. So we just kind of let her be and just kind of kept an eye on her. And then that next morning she just had lots of green mucus. And then the following day she definitely, I mean, it was a full-on cold. She had just, you know, snot coming out everywhere, just miserable, poor baby. I mean, just miserable. You know, she ended up having a fever, not too high. It was like 101, but we were able to get it down. We did all the things. Finally, she did end up feeling better, but then a couple of days later, her cough worsened, and I was like, that does not sound good. That sounds like, you know, she has a lot of mucus in her chest, but she was feeling fine and she was looking a lot better. But I was like, no, you know, I want to take her in just to make sure that that's not turning into bronchitis or pneumonia or something worse, you know? So we took her in and they did a chest x-ray, which I wasn't super excited about, but I would much rather protect her from something worse than, you know, just write it off and not think anything about it. And they did say that she definitely, if she were to get another cold in like a close time frame as to when she had the first one, she could potentially develop pneumonia based on her chest x-ray. So they did give us some medicine and she felt so much better after that. Her cough went away, everything yucky went away, and then Chaz and I got it. So I actually have already filmed this video once before I left for my trip. I was gonna try to get it up before she turned 10 months old, but I was so sick, you guys, like, ugh. And all I wanted to do was take it from her. So as long as she felt better, I would take it in a heartbeat. And that is what happened. So she felt good and Mama Bear was not feeling so hot, and Chaz wasn't either. So luckily, you know, we were able to kick that before we traveled down to Orlando. And now everyone's better. We're all doing great. And Eliana just had a cold, you know, but it was pretty bad there for maybe like 2 days, and then it went away. And then her cough, you know, went away after we went to the doctor. So anyway, that is pretty much it for Eliana's 8 to 9 month update. I'm gonna go ahead and get her now so that you guys can see her for just a moment before I end this video. All right, so here she is. Can you wave hi, Eliana? She can wave now too. I don't think I told you guys that. Eliana, look, right here. Can you wave hi? Hi. Hi, Eliana. Wave. Wave. She knows hi and bye-bye. Yes, you do. Did you see her shake her head? There we go. That was a little wave. Okay, you want that? So I just wanted you guys to see her, but look at how big she is now, you guys. Yes, you're getting so big. Her eyes are still blue. Makes me so happy. But they will probably end up turning hazel. I don't know. She does still have a lot of red in her hair, so they may stay blue. I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, I wanted you guys just to see her. She's getting so big. Her hair is still just as curly as ever, and it is definitely getting longer. It's mostly brunette, but you can see that it's lightened a bit, and it still has a lot of hints of blonde and red in it. It's so beautiful. I just love it. She's so lucky. Yes, you are. Can you wave to them? Hi. So anyway, she had an awesome time at Disney though. She just has been so much fun recently, and she is, excuse me, you okay? She has been really funny and very expressive lately, and we just love it. We've been having so much fun with her. So she's also been cuddling a lot more too, just coming up to us and laying on us, and it's super, super sweet. So anyway, oh, and I didn't mention when she was actually sick, my milk supply did come back a little bit because she was nursing so frequently. I would just hold her and she would just nap in my arms right at the breast, you know, and then just fall asleep and stay there because she just wanted me the whole time she was sick, which is totally fine. I just watched her and stared at her while she napped in a sweet mama way, you know, where you just don't want to put them down. I did try laying her down a couple of times and she just didn't sleep well. So I was like, well, I'm just going to snuggle my baby when she's sick. And that's what we did. And it was kind of bittersweet because I got so many extra snuggles, but of course I didn't want her to be sick. But anyway, look at her toes. Baby toes are still the best. Yes, they are. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was probably kind of long, but I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna do her next update. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do 10 and 11 together again and then do her 1 year. I might do that. It just kind of depends what I have going on. Sometimes it's just easier to combine some things, you know, but we'll see how it goes. But all right, guys, stay tuned. We have some exciting things coming up here soon as well. You guys know we have the move coming up, and then there are some other exciting things that will be coming up soon as well that I'm excited to share with you guys. So hope to see you guys soon. Eliana, can you wave bye? Bye. Bye, guys.